from Dr. Drew.
Would you sleep with sick women?
I may be pregnant, but I'm still a man.
Spank the unruly ones.
It's indecent, it's vulgar, it's blasphemous.
I'm gonna ride you till you can't stand up.
Come on, let's go down.
All right, keep your shirt on.
LoveLine's meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Here's LoveLine with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Yes. Oh, yes. Phone number.
That is a compensation.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, sometimes I think I can kickstart myself. Phone number. 18, hold on. Can you turn that down? Thank you. 1-800-LFEE-191 is the phone number. 310-854-4455. Be the fax number.
I'm Adam Carolla. That's my good friend, Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician, an addiction medicine specialist, and he is exactly the same off the air as he is on the air.
Is that scary?
Yeah. Boy, it's got to be rough. I mourn more for your family.
How's that?
And colleagues than I do for
myself. I
myself.
see my family. But...
Just you being the way you are all the time. That's got to be rough. Now, Drew is one of the finest individuals I know.
Wow.
And
are you hallucinatory tonight? Are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm so worried about you now.
I licked a toad on the way in.
Hey, I had a
toadsicle.
I got a great fax from somebody in Arizona who is listen to this. She is a specialist, previous zoo and reptile department experience, professional herpetoculturist, reptile breeder. All kinds of stuff about the Sonoran toads and their ability to squirt some of that stuff 3 feet at a distance.
Well, I was about to say that the reason, just like the mushrooms and bark or whatever it is that people decide to smoke or pop or lick, the reason God put it there, if you will, is a defense mechanism.
Yes.
You know, the mushrooms don't want to be eaten by the cows.
Even the marijuana plant doesn't want to be eaten by the cows. That's
what happens is one of the cows eats the mushroom and then goes back to the herd and goes, had a bad trip, man.
But isn't it the craziest defense of all? People want to talk about marijuana. Oh, it's a natural herb. It's a natural byproduct, natural selection to hurt everybody who takes it.
All right,
that's what it's there for. Listen, anyway, these toads apparently can, when they go into ponds, just the secretions from these little glands near their eyes will kill all the other amphibians in the pond.
Wow.
That's how powerful it is.
Got to get one of these. Can we domesticate these things?
Apparently they're all over the place in Arizona and Texas.
Could you imagine if you domesticated one and you could teach him to squirt that mind-altering substance into your, coffee?
When the toad is grabbed or molested, and that's for you, the glands will excrete a white milky substance from the pores in the gland. Fluid is also an extreme mucous membrane irritant, and when a predator grabs the toad in its mouth, the experience varies from unpleasant to death.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, life, that's really the yardstick in which you measure life, from unpleasant to death, if you think about it. That is the natural progression of life. All right, no guests tonight. Thank God. That makes my job easier.
And we just finished watching that Prodigy video.
Oh, yeah. And we give it 2 thumbs up, by the way.
Which is interesting. Well, we started out tonight talking about how I am. I mean, even I give that a thumbs up.
Sure.
People who call question to it don't understand. It's a parody of all that stuff. It's not taking any of that stuff seriously. It's showing how ridiculous our people are when they behave, behave like that, and then it calls into question our own assumptions and archetypes
well, let's
about
not
people that perpetrate.
Let's not give away the ending, but that's interesting. And also, from a purely artistic standpoint, it's very well done and very interesting, and I'd recommend it to a friend. I mean,
I'm worried about people under 16 watching it. I don't think they should watch it.
Well, that's all right. But I mean, people throughout history have gotten involved with artistic endeavors that push the envelope a little bit. As a matter of fact,
this is one of those.
Yeah, but that's the job of the artist. It's not the job of the 9-to-5ers. It's not the job of the guys who wear the suit and ties. It's the artistic world, and it has been since Shakespeare's day or the Roman days. Jesus Christ, I'm starting to sound intelligent here, Drew.
No.
Oh, I'm not?
No.
Okay. All right. You ready to go forward here, Drew? Anthony.
Yeah?
You're 15.
Yeah. Okay, my problem is that I've had sex and I didn't use a condom. I was wondering if you can get, the person being pregnant or, AIDS by not coming in them.
Yes. You can get AIDS Can you transmit it? Can you give it to her?
No, he's a virgin. He wants to know whether he can get AIDS.
You can get AIDS
if he didn't orgasm.
There are body fluids being contacted, yes. Any intercourse can lead to transmission of any of the sexually transmitted diseases.
Right, because it doesn't crawl up the urethra.
It does.
It does crawl up the urethra.
Right, but obviously...
So, it wouldn't, so actually ejaculating would help.
Might force some out.
Right.
Yeah,
like getting your penis pumped.
Well, no, that tends not to, but...
is that how it gets in? It crawls up the urethra?
Yeah.
Well, what about lesions or broken skin or something like that?
That's different. That can happen too. But for HIV, it gets into the urethra. Then for non-gonococcal urethritis and gonorrhea
how does it
and chlamydia,
make its way down the urethra, though?
Down? When the virus?
Across the urethra.
We're talking about virus?
Yeah.
It's more likely if there's an ejaculate, because that's where the virus, the concentration of virus then will be higher, right, if some fluid is emitted.
Yeah, but
so for the woman, there's a higher risk.
Listen, Jack Hole, we're talking about a guy here. We're talking about his likelihood of contracting HIV.
Right.
And how ejaculating weighs into that.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't weigh into that for the guy.
Thank you.
Right.
Okay, well, this is what we're talking about.
How does it crawl down the urethra?
How does it crawl down the urethra?
That's the question that I was attempting to answer.
Well, go ahead. Stop eating so much pie and answer.
But it doesn't make any sense at all. What do you mean it's going down the urethra? It's going up the urethra, right?
Hold on. Listen, Anthony's 15 stone, doesn't know enough to wear a condom. He thinks you're an idiot. Am I right, Anthony?
What goes down the urethra?
Listen. Oh, for
No, you're
going to
have to specify. You have to spell it.
All right, Anthony, hold on while I yell at Drew for just a second.
Okay.
All right? Okay. Let me just backtrack here like we do with a lot of our moronic listeners.
Yeah.
Anthony calls. He's 15. He's had unprotected sex.
Right.
He didn't ejaculate.
Right.
He wants to know if he could have contracted AIDS. I then, because it's part of my job to blurt out uninformed facts that the AIDS virus doesn't come up the urethra. It gets in through, a break in the skin or something like that. You then correct me and say, no, in fact, it does go up the urethra.
Up the urethra,
the
yes.
AIDS
it goes up
virus.
The urethra, yes.
How, in fact, then I posed a question to you. How does the AIDS virus
go down the urethra? And I didn't understand what you're talking about.
Well, I meant, okay, I'm down, up. I don't know if your balls are north or south,
it
for
doesn't
Christ's sake.
have to go up.
Who the hell cares?
All it has to do is
How does it go through the urethra?
All it has to do is get to the surface of the urethra, and that is a very porous area. Things can penetrate that very easily.
Okay. So it does not, in fact...
It doesn't have to travel.
It's not like The Great Escape.
No.
Okay. It's a good movie.
Yeah,
They tunneled right out of a Nazi prison camp. I was picturing the AIDS virus digging.
No.
Okay, so it just has to get there. And your likelihood of contracting it is higher as a male when you ejaculate because...
No, I said likelihood of transmitting it.
Okay, because, you wouldn't stay on the subject. But if you ejaculate, it doesn't make a difference.
For the male.
One way or the other.
As far as we know, right.
As far as you know. All right. Who was that, Anthony? Anthony?
Yeah.
Who were you having sex with?
A girl.
All right, now I'm hanging up on you because you're an idiot.
No, don't. You want to know her name?
No, you idiot. Was she your girlfriend or?
Yeah, my girlfriend.
Okay, so I want to know if she was a prostitute or somebody you met on a bus bench or something like that. She's your girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's not been around sexually too much.
Not too much.
No, she's 15 herself.
Yeah.
Okay, and you didn't ejaculate.
Mm-mm.
All right, don't worry about it.
You can still get her pregnant.
Put a condom on.
Yeah, you can still get her pregnant without ejaculating. You wear that?
No.
All right,
Okay,
Anthony. Quit cutting health class and smarten up if you're going to have sex, please.
Okay.
When did this happen?
About, last month.
Morning after pill if it had happened within 3 days.
Okay.
Please. We haven't talked about that in a while. You notice that?
Yeah. All right,
What's the matter
Anthony.
with us?
Okay.
Anthony.
Yeah?
Wear a condom, please.
Okay.
All right.
Next time you call the bogus call,
What do you think it was bogus?
be interested. Yeah, he doesn't.
He doesn't care?
15-year-old that just did that is going to be clinging to what we have to say.
No, he's not. He's just stoned and stupid. He doesn't care. Please. Hey,
but we haven't talked about that morning after pill.
Okay. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, there's the pill, overall, low overall you can take within 48 to 72 hours of unprotected sexual contact will dramatically reduce the risk of pregnancy.
Right, that pill is just the regular pill. That's
yeah,
the pill.
Just the pill. Just taking.
I will say that because people don't know that.
It's one of the pills, the oral contraceptive pills, or two of them actually, and there are probably a couple others that could be used that have similar makeup, but they've not been approved for that, and it will substantially reduce the risk of pregnancy. You have to take double up in one case, actually take 4 a day in the case of the LoveLine for a couple of days, and it actually alters ovulation, it turns out. People thought for a long time, at least I even thought, that it was actually causing an abortion, like the RU46.
Well, we all prayed it did.
But turns out it doesn't. It didn't cause implantation. It impaired implantation, but it seems to actually impair the way ovulation functions.
All right. All that aside, the bottom line is, I'll put it in English now, there are pills you can get. There are some of the same pills that you take for birth control. You just have to take more of them.
Right.
And you put them on your nightstand, and if the condom breaks, you go ahead and take it that night or the next day or within 72 hours, which I believe is, 3 weeks? No, 3 days.
Right.
And it will stop the pregnancy from taking.
Right.
Thank you. Kevin.
Hello.
Hello, you're 36.
Stop it from occurring.
The first thing I want to say is...
Wait a minute, not from taking.
I said this 3 times. You're not with me tonight.
Listen, I know what you're saying, but I'm just saying...
There will be no conception.
Look, the sperm will enter the, what?
Nothing.
What's past the vagina?
Cervix.
There's something between the vagina and the ass. I know it's important. Now, what is that? The sperm will enter the
uterus,
but it will find no purchase there.
Correct.
All right. To me, that's like not taking.
Well, but the people that object to these, what are called abortifacients, these things that make abortions happen, object to the fact that a conception has occurred and that we're interfering with its implantation. And the fact is that's not how this works.
I'm saying it's not taking. You know what I mean? It's just like you put gas in an engine, but the engine won't, there's no spark. It won't catch.
Yes, you're right. I just want to be real clear because some people object to using this pill thinking that it causes an abortion, which it doesn't.
Okay, screw them. Kevin?
Hello.
Okay.
First thing I want to say is I'd like to get you guys back on CIMX, call them up, find out what's going on.
Yeah, the mighty Sims.
Where is that?
89X in Windsor.
Oh, Windsor,
Canada.
Canada.
Broadcasting to Detroit.
Oh, Detroit, yeah.
Oh, really? What, are we not on in Detroit?
Your nighttime broadcast, they're replaying you at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Right. We had heard that.
Boy, that sounds sacrilegious. I don't even approve of that.
Yes.
Poor people, they, have some Egos and a cup of coffee, and I'm talking about whacking off for the 5th time in the last 10 minutes. Please, I couldn't even stand my own voice. I don't even talk in the morning because I can't stand the sound of my own voice before noon. Oh, boy. All right.
So anyways, I've just come out of the past 3 years, 2 women, looking back, very similar situations, very similar problems that these women had. They both, from the start, had very low self-esteem. They were very, clingy, very needed to be in a relationship, and I felt, that, everything is good, and, they were treating me well. Things started to deteriorate in both situations from that point. What I've noticed in both instances was the mother of both of these women were very domineering over their husbands, over the women's father. Abused them terribly, and I think that's what these women were trying to do to me. I am definitely not out to be treated like a doormat. And, when that would come up, I would get. I mean, to say the least, I would become angry. I don't want to be treated like a doormat.
Give me a specific example of where you became angry.
Of how I became angry, or
what happened and what you did. Both.
I would start out with
one example, a good clear one.
Well, like things that were going to happen in the house, things that we're going to do to the house, or where we're going that night. Not being asked, hey, would you like to go out with these people tonight, or would you like to go do this? It's, hey, we're going out with them, or hey, you're going to paint the bedroom this color, or stuff like that.
Hold on a second, Kevin. It's always funny whenever you plead for someone to be specific and concise. Well, it was mainly little this and little that.
And whenever we went out, she'd say, we're going out with so-and-so. And
I'd say, well, blah, blah, blah. And she'd say, well, fiddly-dee, peas and carrots. And I'd say, yada, yada, yada. And then we talk about painting the bedroom. It's always funny when you really beg for, as a matter of fact, beg for vagueness. I think that is our only.
It's getting back to that.
All right, Kevin.
Psychology again.
Okay, so whatever. Thank you for laying it out in such graphic detail. Whew, I can't imagine living with a woman who would ask to go out with some friends and
paint the room.
Then paint the room. But
no, wait a minute.
All right.
No, that's not it. It's not like, I would say, why don't we just stay home tonight? Oh, no, we're going out with so-and-so tonight.
Okay, well, there you go. Now, look, here's the situation, Kevin. Somehow, I mean, you can...
Small examples
I understand.
That occurred. I'm not trying to lay the whole thing on the, on
we appreciate that. Here's the situation. This goes for almost everything in life. You can really examine the people that you work for, the people that you have sex with, the people that you get married to. You can examine them till you're blue in the face. Ultimately, that doesn't get you too far because you have a whole life of examination. You're like Dr. Leakey walking around with a clipboard. The best thing to do is examine yourself and then only work for people that treat you a certain way. Only live with people or marry people or have relationships with people that treat you a certain way. Only choose to be friends with people that treat you a certain way instead of analyzing and overanalyzing what everyone else is doing, what their parents did to them, although that's what we do for a living. But it's best just to figure out in yourself what attracts you to a person that way or what would make you stay with a person that way.
And change that.
Straighten that out, and then go find a healthy person. Right. And then all the nutballs can get together because there'll be nobody left for the crackpots, a-holes, and nutballs to date but their own kind. And wouldn't that be fitting reward for them? Tabitha.
Yes.
You're 20.
Yeah. My problem is I recently broke up with a guy, and he, in the, post-relationship talk, I guess, he told me that, he thinks that I'm addicted to relationships. And the reason this bothered me was because a friend of mine had said the same thing about 2 months ago. And I was just wondering if that's even... If that's even possible.
I mean, there is actually something called Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous, believe it or not. And
yeah, I rented that. It was Sex and Love Addicts LTD.
I don't really think it's a particularly useful model myself. I think there are people that have grave difficulty being alone and compulsively cling and pursue other people. Are you one of those people you can't be alone?
Well, I think I could if I needed, if I had to be.
Yeah, and I think I could be an astronaut if I got the right training.
Right,
but
exactly.
Have you ever been alone?
No.
All right, let's just chronicle your dating career. When did you have your first boyfriend?
13.
13. How long did that relationship last?
6 months.
And then when did the second boyfriend come along?
About maybe 2 or 3 weeks after he moved.
Okay, so you gave it some time. And
that's a 13-year-old year.
All right, and then how long that one last?
Over a year.
Over a year. So now you're 15 and change.
Yeah.
And then how long before the next guy?
It started before that one ended.
Oh, okay.
Is that usually your pattern?
Transition?
No.
And then
it usually takes a couple weeks before I break up with somebody before I start with somebody else.
And then during that's a crotch rehab. Actually, just sit in a tub of Epsom salt for 3 weeks. All right, so then how long were you with that guy?
4.5 years.
All right, and now we're up to present day?
No.
We're Right.
Yeah.
That took us about 19.
True, you're not doing any math at all. You're not counting the 3 weeks in between the relationships.
All right. Okay.
There's got to be at least a month and a half in there.
What is the quality of these relationships? Have they all been about the same?
Yeah.
And what's that quality been?
Not real good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the relationships have tended to be like off and on things.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're constantly pursuing the guys.
Yeah.
And they want to do their own thing.
Yeah.
Little chaotic.
Yeah.
Chaotic and clingy.
All right.
Chaotic.
What?
Really chaotic.
Yeah. So this is
your friends are right.
It's not about being addicted. It's about having chaotic, difficult primary relationships. Tabitha, we could easily bet on, and that those primitive, stuck models of relationships that she has inside her own head need to be sorted out a little bit. And a requisite for that is being alone for a while. So she can examine herself and her own needs and actually sit and have whatever feelings there are that she's avoiding. That's where the whole idea of addiction comes from, that her friends are telling her that she's escaping feelings by jumping into relationships, and that's true, she is. Mm-hmm. She doesn't want to be alone with her own feelings.
Yeah. See, I was the opposite. No one would have me. I had, between the age of 13 and 20, had a girlfriend for, like 3 months.
Yeah, but that's why the masturbatory habit works so nicely for you.
Don't talk in front of the hand, Drew. Please. Hold on. Shh. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, Drew. I'm going to go put a glove on and we'll come back.
Okay.
Here's LoveLine before deworming. Here's LoveLine after getting fixed. Here's LoveLine chewing out its stitches. Here's LoveLine dragging its butt across the carpet. Bad LoveLine. Bad LoveLine.
LoveLine has been bad, and we'll be right back.
Yowza. LoveLine. Loving you on LoveLine. Phone number for LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE. 191. Factoid number. 310.
You're losing it.
Facsimile number.
You're losing it. Let's go. Here we go.
310-854-4455. You listen to the Big Boss Man, Adam Carolla. My sidekick. Dr. Drew, the Love Doctor. All right, Drew, why don't you punch up the big screen and let's see who we're talking at tonight. Antonio!
Hello, Adam. How are you?
You big 2-8, and you're on the Love Line.
Adam, stop. I'm gonna jump across this table and...
Here, listen, I may get fired from this gig, or this gig may fall apart, and I'm going to need to work in radio. And there's no way I'm going to be able to do it with my current pace, tone, and attitude.
I see.
I'm going to have to learn to whip it up just a little bit.
I see. Well, don't practice here, okay?
This is
good to try out somewhere.
All right.
So make a what do they call those tapes?
Yeah, a
demo tape.
Demo tape.
Yeah, you'd be great at them.
Well, you know we're knee deep in the radio. I'll make one of those tapes. What are they called? They're clear.
I've never done a tape.
I've never done tape either. All right, Antonio.
Well, yes, I have a question. You brought up in the past that producer Ann is considering having a breast augmentation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of curious. You've kind of really only skimmed the surface of the matter, and I'm kind of wondering why, I guess, first of all, why she wants to do it, what she expects to get from it, and after she has it done, if perhaps she does have it done, what she thinks the end result will be. And also a brief note.
Insecurity, larger breasts, and larger breasts. I think I've answered all three questions, haven't I?
I suppose. Can I just make a real brief note?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. In the future, if you book some guests, may I respectfully request that you consider some of the supporting cast members of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and also the fellow who does the voice for the Scream films? Since it's radio, I think it's kind of cool.
That's an interesting idea.
Like the fellow who does, hello, Sydney, do you know what time it is, girlfriend, and so on and so forth.
Right. Well, why don't you just come in and be that guy? We don't really have to book him.
I wish I was that talented. All right, well, thanks.
All right, here's the deal.
Well, wait a minute. Oh, Jesus, Drew, what are you yelling into that mic?
Here's the deal. The deal is Ann was kidding, Ann was kidding, and Ann was kidding. And she was talking about...
She was?
I have fabulous breasts. I don't need...
Oh, what was the first thing I said?
that I have fabulous breasts.
Well, I didn't use the word fabulous,
Yeah,
but
because
I did mention that was certainly one of the bullet points on you was the breast.
And she was talking
if I was trying to
about-
sell you to one of my buddies, I'd start with the breast and then work my way
The only reason
around.
I said it was because you guys wanted to know why I was talking to Dr. Marcel, who happens to be a plastic surgeon.
we were talking about you working on the MTV show.
Right.
I
It was in
see.
the context of that.
Well, she doesn't sound like she needs it. She's not comes across to me as a very intelligent and classy person.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, wait till we take the filter off.
Okay.
That's
All right,
the beauty of electronics.
Uh-huh.
No, Ann is all class. Ann is very sporty, and Ann is the last person who needs a breast job.
And I was just yelling at her for not joining us in the television program.
Yeah. I think are we allowed to talk about that? Well, anyway, they're
You already
looking.
did.
They're looking for a new gal. In keeping with the LoveLine television tradition of having a new gal each new season, of course, we're going to need a new gal. Although, you know, it's sort of will be bittersweet if Ann comes aboard because, of course, we'll have to say goodbye to her at the end of the run, as we do to all our gal pals in the audience.
I think the less that is done to the radio program, its content and format and dynamics, the more successful it will be.
I beg to differ, Drew. This is television now. This is not radio. You understand?
It's been said many times.
You got to learn to dance, buddy. This ain't sitting around scratching your nuts and drinking coffee. This is big time television.
You need
got
a brain
lot,
vacation.
You got a lot to learn. Yes, there'd be a catchy slogan. Hold on a second, Drew. That's something we could use for the show.
Don't do it. You're going to get yelled at again tomorrow. Okay.
I'm just serious. I think that would be brilliant. LoveLine, you need a brain vacation or...
it's minty fresh.
That's better. Write that down because I'll forget about it. That would work. All right. Hey, yeah, Drew, don't steer me down that path. I got yelled at enough
sorry.
yesterday.
I couldn't. You're such an easy target tonight.
All right. Well, anyway, Cameron.
Yeah.
You're 16.
Yeah. I've been smoking like pot and doing some shrooms.
Mm-hmm.
I was just wondering what that's going to affect me when I get older.
You'll speak even slower than you currently do, Cameron.
It depends if you are in fact addicted to the marijuana or not. Hallucinogens, of which marijuana is a weak hallucinogen, mushrooms are a stronger hallucinogenic, and things like LSD and ecstasy seem to disrupt the normal development of the brain and may even undo some of the structure that's already there.
I didn't really notice the hallucinogenic effects of ecstasy the 2 times that I tried it.
It's like marijuana. It's not a strong hallucinogenic. It has hallucinogenic properties.
Yeah.
Some people will hallucinate rather profoundly. And it's hard to predict what dose that's going to happen.
I did it with a whole bunch of guys.
No, it's not usually hallucinogenic.
One guy started laughing real hard and spit an entire mouthful of coffee in my face across a diner table in Vegas about 4 a.m.
Have you seen people hallucinate on marijuana? It's unusual, too, but it is hallucinogenic in sufficient doses.
Okay. Well, go along with that. But certainly ain't mushrooms. Oh, boy. That's for sure. Cameron?
Yeah?
Here's the deal. I'm not really anti-drug, and I'm not really pro-drug. I'm just sort of anti-drug at a certain age and pro-drug at another age.
And why is that?
Because I don't believe you should be to use one of my fabulous analogies. Don't walk on the sidewalk until it's dried. Otherwise, you're going to screw it up.
That's correct.
I don't mind you walking on the sidewalk. I don't mind you humping on the sidewalk. I don't mind you smoking pot on the sidewalk. But if you do it while the cement is still a little bit sticky, you're going to leave footprints in it that are going to be there forever.
That's basic. That's a great way of thinking what happens when you use substances of this type particularly, and before the age of 18 and particularly before the age of 16. It impairs emotional development for biological and emotional reasons, and mood disturbances are the most common outcome.
Yeah, I was not one of those high school Hesher guys. I was a jock.
Yours was the junior college Hesher type.
No, not too much then either. It's only lately I've become an addict. Keith.
It's a progressive illness.
Thank you. You're 32.
Yeah, I had a couple of questions for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
Basically, what effect does having a schizophrenic parent normally have on someone?
Was she actively schizophrenic when you were a young child?
Yeah.
That's a question I don't know for sure. There is obviously a family tendency, in other words, a genetic tendency in schizophrenia, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be inherited.
You probably would have got it by now.
Oh, yeah. for sure. And certainly there are emotional...
Hold on. Which Keith are we speaking to?
There are emotional consequences of having been with a parent that is so chaotic and so detached emotionally.
Well, they didn't even have the medications and things 30 years ago. I'm imagining.
Yeah.
She's had this since you were born, Keith?
I was about 2 years old or 3 years old.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. What have you noticed as the consequence?
Well, I'm not sure if it really affected me, but I don't really seem to be able to relate to people really well. I guess I'm kind of a typical computer nerd. I'd rather just be alone than...
Yeah, it's a better life, Keith. I know you're lamenting your own life and glorifying those of us who go out and communicate and live in the real world. It's horrible.
But that would make sense. I mean, if you never had the opportunity to connect with another person, if your mom was detached and delusional.
Yeah, you can't... schizophrenic people are difficult to have any kind of connection with.
Right, and if that's your model of a relationship, it becomes difficult for you then.
On the other hand, my mom smoked weed and locked herself in the room. Perhaps I have some difficulty connecting as well, except for I don't know how to work a effing computer, so I'm really out. So, Keith, at least you know how to work your way around the internet.
Okay.
Oh, okay, Keith. Sorry about the connection trouble there. Keith?
Yeah?
Yeah, okay. You got yourself a woman or anything?
No.
It's been a while?
I haven't had any girlfriends.
Ooh, that is a connection problem.
Do you yourself ever have hallucinations or delusions?
No, nothing like that.
It's hard to be delusional when you're not getting laid. Hey, that's going to be my next bumper sticker. Well, at least of grandeur. What? Have you ever been with a woman?
No.
So you're a virgin?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'd like to get your number off the air because I'm conducting a test.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you testing?
I'm getting virgins who are in their 30s together.
And? Just put them in a room together?
Just seeing how long they float. Put them in water. Just like bizarre sort of, Hitler-esque experiments. Keith?
Yeah?
Would you like to meet a woman?
Sure, I guess.
Do you ever try?
Not really, no.
No. What about via the computer, something you know so well?
I don't know. I don't think... I don't know if I would really feel comfortable doing that.
Right, but
it's not going to be.
No one is comfortable doing it. The point is the uncomfortable feeling you get from going to bed alone every night outweighs the discomfort of going out and making a connection with somebody.
But this is the opposite case in his emotional world, which is the discomfort of being around another person outweighs the desire to be alone.
You need to find another person who's uncomfortable who has breasts and go date them. Wouldn't you say, Drew?
I'd say that.
Keith?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you're an intelligent guy, right?
Yeah.
Sure you have a high IQ, and there's 1,002 reasons why you don't leave the house every day, but you're a smart guy, and there's nothing wrong with you. So let's get going on that, would you?
Okay.
All right, Keith. All right.
I've had none of that.
He's got a Dungeons and Dragons game going with a guy who's in Hungary, and as soon as he's done with that, he'll be outscored. Oh boy! All right, let's just trying to veil the number from me. Vernol?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey. My question's for you, actually, Adam.
Yeah, Vernola.
Vernol.
Okay.
Stand by me.
Do you have a sister named Vernola?
No.
Okay.
My question is...
What if your name is Vernola Hyman?
No, actually, my real name's Tommy, but everybody calls me Vernal.
Oh, okay.
Where does that come from?
Vern is from Stand By Me, the fat kid in Stand By Me?
Yep.
I didn't know his name was Vernal.
Well, it was Vern, but they called him Vernal.
Maybe they just called him Verno.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I'm putting an L at the end of this one.
No, it's just Vernal. V-E-R-N-O.
This
anyway.
is, hold on. This is turning into another Green Acres sketch. Going to the store to talk to Mr. Haney.
Right.
No. The pig didn't drive the car. Does a pig have a learner's permit? You ever watch that show?
Yes.
This is what it's like.
Yes.
There's constant confusion. Yeah. No, it's Verno. V-E-R-N-O. Oh, Verno?
Vernal.
Vernal. All right. Ver/no/ver/null. Hang on. We're going to break. We'll be back to attack your character after this.
Bernie, the world's fastest drummer for LoveLine.
Adam, huh? Yellow. All right. LoveLine. Ho, ho, ho. Getting into that Christmas spirit there, Drew. You going to buy gifts?
Yeah.
You are? You send your nanny out to do that?
Mm-mm.
Do the kids make a list?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they do?
Oh, boy. We're into that stage of life right now.
They're into Santa?
Yeah.
When does the average kid get off the Santa jag?
I don't know. I'll tell you when we get there. I bet around 7 or so.
6.5?
Yeah.
7?
But they're really into it now. We actually have fairies that talk to Santa.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Gay neighbor or something? What are you talking about?
Quiet fairy. If they're quiet fairy will tell the Santa that they're good.
Oh, really? Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, manipulating your kids that way.
Oh, yeah.
So,
positive reinforcement.
Well, that's just out and out lying.
It's the same thing as Santa.
Reinforcement.
How's that different than Santa itself?
Well,
just more elaborate.
Yeah, that's really taking the Santa lie a step further.
Yeah, it's making it more specific to the needs of the household.
So
you'll be quiet.
The kids are yapping.
Yeah.
You tell them
it's close your eyes, go to sleep, don't make a sound because the quiet fairy is watching.
Mm-hmm. And then the quiet
fairy read a story and they go to sleep.
Right.
Quiet fairy then goes to Santa, reports in, and
you had to keep that quiet fairy thing alive for your daughter into later life. You know, for when the boys start coming around. Keep the pants on. The quiet fairy will.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And especially when you're in a restaurant, be quiet. According to you.
Oh right. The quiet fairy. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, I'm so scared to have kids, Drew.
I don't blame you.
Oh, you don't? Oh, good. It's a rational fear.
Yeah.
So, Vern?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us your name one more time, the name that your friends call you.
Vernal. V-E-R-N-O.
Mm-hmm. Say it one more time.
Vernal.
V-E-R-N-O?
Yep.
Vernal.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you something.
Okay.
You know the motor oil, Castro?
Yeah.
Or actually, it is Castrol.
It's Castrol.
Would you say Castro?
Yeah. That's Castro.
How would you pronounce the guy who's been in Cuba for many years?
Castro.
Castrol.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Where are you from? Boston?
No, Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
That's worse.
Hey.
That's the bad language and no colleges.
Hey.
That's trouble. See, Boston, they got the horrible grasp on the English language, except for they have so many colleges nearby that it sort of compensates for it. All right. So anyway, Verno, not Vernal, with the L at the end. What's going on?
Okay. Well, my question's this. Well, first of all, I got to tell you something. Is that at work we watch or listen to you guys on the radio every night.
Thanks.
But now, my question is that Adam Carolla? Yeah. The question is that like I met this girl 3 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, like we got to be really, really good friends. But then like
who's that? Your friend, Mr. Bojangles?
No.
Okay.
But anyway, so me and her got to be really good friends, and I wanted it to go farther than that. But, like, so she's like, well, then she was like, no, we're going to be friends. But so then I start seeing somebody else, and she totally freaks out. Like, says we're going to be something. But so then I break up with this girl to go out with the other one, but then she doesn't want anything then again. And it's been going on for like 2.5 years now.
Well, let me, Vernal?
Yeah.
Let me just pose a hypothetical question here.
Okay.
What if you were to just go out and ask her out?
I have.
Uh-huh.
What happens?
And she's like, well, no. And but then when I go out with somebody
So she says no to that?
Well, she says she's not sure. And then so then I don't like waiting around. I go out with somebody else, and then she freaks out.
Oh, man. So what? That's what I'd have to say.
What do you mean? Well, see, I want to go out with her, but she won't make a commitment either way.
Right.
It's like she keeps playing with my head, thinking that. So I want to go out with her. So then she says that I shouldn't go out with anybody else.
Yeah, look, there's something wrong here. I mean, if this was meant to be, it would already have been something.
Right.
I mean, they're either she really cannot have a relationship. She's really just not up for it emotionally right now. Or you really are just in the friend category, and she needs to have control over all of her relationships, including her friendships.
I think it's
she's gonna lose
pronounced
you.
control.
Control. Oh, yeah, control.
Yeah. She wants control over you.
Well, see, I told her if I wanted any more friends, that I'd go back to summer camp.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't like that. So I think she's afraid, like, to tell me no for sure, because then I said that I got enough friends. I don't need any more.
Yeah.
So what do you think I should do? Should I wait around or?
No, you got to move on. You're banging your head against. It's like banging your head against the fender of an old DeSoto. You weren't amused by that last
I was
one?
thinking about Tim, the Russian rapper, with Vernal's accent superimposed.
Wow.
I got like John McEnroe.
Let's see. I got Bach on like John McEnroe. That beach steps up, I'm smocking the hole. Yeah, see, how would Verno say ho? Mm-hmm. Because people think he was talking about a hole. Like he'd say like, he'd be calling a woman a hoe.
Yeah.
Or saying, let's just say garden hoe. And he would then call it a hole, and people would be terribly confused.
Yep.
Wow. I wonder what part of it. That's supposed to be like Elberg, Wisconsin or something is from. Oh, boy.
Charisse.
Is that how you spell Charisse?
Yes.
Hey, Charisse.
Hi.
I don't think I've ever seen that name written. You're 17. What's going on?
Well, it's kind of embarrassing, so I don't want you guys to put me down or anything, okay? Because you do that to a lot of people.
Right.
So, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Call.
I'm 17, and I've never had a boyfriend, and I haven't kissed anybody, and I don't know if that's normal.
Oh, we applaud that.
I mean, look at the problems. If you want to hear what you've avoided, listen to this show for 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's better to wait until you're really ready. What the only disturbing thing about it is that you are disturbed about it, and you think there's something wrong. So what is it?
I think she was ready since she was 15. She's waiting. The guys may not be ready. Is that what's going on?
Maybe. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm meeting the right kinds of people or if they're the right.
What happens that prevents you from having a relationship?
What?
Do you get panicky and anxious?
No.
Do the guys just don't ask you out?
Yeah, and it's not like I'm ugly or anything, or like I'm not. I mean, because I'm fairly attractive, I hope. You know, I have people that like me, but I just don't like them.
Maybe I ought to get the personal rating scale.
Okay,
together.
You're right. Yeah. As you all know, I beat my colleague Drew in the personal rating scale, where we took a number from 1 to 10. We factored in looks, personality, sense of humor, and position in life. And I ended up outscoring Drew, much to the shock and dismay of the female colleagues here at LoveLine. Sherry wasn't right for a week, and I think she may have waged a formal protest with the personal rating system odds maker somewhere.
Sanction.
Yeah, the sanction. All right. So, how tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
Mm-hmm.
5'10" and a half, somewhere around there.
5'10" and a half. Ooh, it's quite gangly. How much do you weigh?
128.
Really?
Yeah.
So far, there's no problem, unless is 5 pounds of that in your nose? No. 5'10" and a half, 5'11", 128.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's no like physical.
Mm-hmm. What color's your hair?
Brown.
Brown.
Yes.
This is starting to sound like a project for me.
Well,
just keep you in my closet and raise you till you're 18.
Another year.
Mm-hmm.
Have her put a number on herself.
Yeah, what number would you give yourself? You raised chimps? What's going on there? Who's this, Jane Goodall?
No, I think I'd probably be like.
What was that in the background?
Sounded like a chimpanzee screaming.
Oh, those are my
Really?
my brothers upstairs laughing.
Wow, living with Lance Link. That may be part of it. Yeah, so what are you giving yourself? Put your brother on the phone. Let me see what he gives you.
No.
Okay.
No, I think I'd probably be like 9.
Oh, a 9?
I mean,
All right, so you're picky. You got guys intimidated. Do you get good grades?
Yeah, I'm smart.
You do? Oh, boy.
She sounds pretty mature, too.
See, this is just the kind of girl in high school that I was just scared S-less to go up and talk to. She's smarter than you are and better looking than you are and possibly taller than you are.
Well, there is someone that's someone special that's in Colorado, but I live in California, and we met in Hawaii this summer.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What part of California you live in?
Northern California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Adam.
No, a man can dream, can he? Look at her, right? She's unscathed.
Well,
soiled.
she will have her day. Just be patient.
I'm impatient. That's.
I know, of course.
Oh boy, college is the floodgates of dates and lewd sexual acts are going to open up for you.
Look,
You're
not into that.
Yeah, see,
Right.
I've never gotten stoned. I've never gotten drunk. I'm not really into that.
Jesus Christ, we should take some of her stink and bottle it and sell it to your kids.
Clone.
Yeah, get a little DNA sample. All right, you're fine.
Trace, this is not about. Yeah, you're more than fine. That's the problem here. You're above average in all respects.
Fine.
Yeah,
you're super fine.
And probably because she's not coming. Nobody at the PRS level is coming around.
That's right. You can't find a guy whose scale soars to the heights of yours. You're a good 9, and you're hanging out with 6 and 7s. Listen, lose the attitude a little bit and start opening yourself up. You know what I mean? Just the posture. You know the way you walk down the hall very proudly?
Yes.
I want you to sort of sag your shoulders a little and
why? Why
look
would
down.
I lower my
Because you have so much purpose in your step and so much pride that guys are scared to come up and talk to you. It's a very difficult time for a guy being 17, 18-year-old, being in high school that way. A lot of changes going on, a lot of insecurities flying around. They see you coming down there, Miss Prissy, with the straight A's and the straight
A's.
All right, let me dream, would you?
Close.
Okay, the point is you're intimidating the guys.
Okay.
That's it. Leave yourself open a little bit.
Okay.
When you walk, sling your arms back and forth. Just swing them like hell. Don't walk with the notebook clutched over your chest. That's a very closed-off signal. Know what I'm saying, Drew?
Yeah.
Walk like a Cro-Magnon man. Mm-hmm. See if you can drag your knuckles. All right, Drew?
Okay.
Yeah.
LoveLine will be right back. LoveLine will be right back after we kill the singer.
Oh, no, go ahead. Sorry.
Drew? Hold on a second. Drew! Show's starting. See a radio program you do and get paid the same amount as me 4 or 5 nights a week?
Yeah.
Okay. Phone number. Forget about that. Fax. And we're just going to go away for 10 seconds, and we'll be back in 10 seconds.
This is LoveLine on radio station.
Hey, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. Is Drew? Engineer Mike is not around tonight, and we have a temporary engineer filling in. And as I say each time, I guess did Engineer Mike get fired or something, or he did? Yeah, he's getting a breast job in, and that's why he couldn't be here tonight. No, he's gone for the night. He'll be back Sunday. We always talk about this when we have somebody filling in, but each engineer has their own little method for cueing you. We sit here in this little room. We look through a piece of glass at the beautiful land, the lovely Sherry, the fabulous Lisa, and usually Engineer Mike, and then whoever's filling in for him gives their signal to now it's time to talk, like you see in the movies.
Right.
But everyone's got their own thing, like Coop.
Just looks at you.
He's like he's like Hammer. And not Hammer, MC Hammer, but Hammer from the Colt 45 commercials. I'm looking for Hammer. And he just sort of gives you, he looks like Richard Roundtree a little bit. It's got kind of a shaft thing going. And he's cool, and he just gives a nod.
He just kind of looks at you, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks at you and telepathically.
His eyebrows just lower a little bit.
He furls his brow a little bit, and then that's your cue to talk. whereas Engineer Mike gives the big stand up and wave.
And Andrew Mike's sort of like one of those umpires in the
That's exactly what it is. There's
yeah.
some umpires that are very theatrical when they call a ball or a strike, and then there's others that hardly move a muscle.
Right.
Engineers are that way too. All right, so that's why there's a couple of beats in there before me talking, that sort of thing. But that's fine because
keeps showing different
on this show, come on. That's the least of our worries. All right, to the phones. Josh?
Yes.
What's going on?
Calling to, tell you guys that I've listened to the show for quite some time, about 7 years.
Wow. Since you were 10?
Yeah, actually.
Now, I don't know about that.
Drew thinks that's a little young.
I remember Ricky.
Yeah.
And all you guys from way back when.
Yeah.
Just, the show really guided my life, and, part of a peer counseling program at my high school.
Oh,
and,
great.
You always get these calls about people having problems, and just thought I'd praise the show and, tell you guys you're doing a great job.
So Drew had a positive impact on you.
Yes.
Most of the time we talk to someone who's been listening to the show for more than 3 years, they become junkies and prostitutes. This is the first one we've talked to who's become a peer counselor.
Yes.
That's great.
You didn't say beer counselor?
No.
No. Okay. So it is, Drew has inspired you to go on and help others.
Yes.
And what would you like to do for a living when you grow up, Josh?
Well, first I'd like to be an English teacher, and then, but as I'm getting up to that point, we're trying to open up a youth center at our community.
That's awesome.
Let's forget about the English teacher. There's nobody in the world named Josh who teaches English. There's no Todds and there's no Joshes that teach. Josh is like, he'd manage a head shop. And there maybe a surf shop. He'd sell something by a body of water.
Some sort of like board shop or something?
Yeah, I could see you selling like wax and bongs. All right, so
not into the drugs or the beer. No.
You want to be a teacher, and you want to help others, just the way Drew helped you.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Giving something back.
Yeah, I like that.
I do too.
And of course, the show's never been better with me at the helm.
Of course not.
Thank you. That's what I like. All right, Josh, did you have a question? Or
There's a little bit of a Freudian slip there.
Well,
yeah, I may have left out a connecting word or two. Possibly intimidated by the potential English teacher.
Nothing real serious. I have a kind of a self-esteem problem, and I notice it, and I try to work on it. But just wondering, how do I get over it? I've talked to my other counselors, and I just try to work, but it never seems to work.
Probably you just live for a couple more years, and it will take care of itself.
Or you get a prostitute.
I think, particularly males that age always feel sort of inferior, and not always, but very, very commonly, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
And the ones that don't end up like your friends.
Thank you. Want to include any family members in there?
But you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I just had... actually, it's funny how life works. Snake was over at my house. Snake, who was Todd Euler, who was named or nicknamed after a character in Speed Racer named Snake Euler, was over at my house just a few nights ago. He's my age, and we were going over old times. And there was a friend of mine who you've never heard me talk about before, who died of AIDS about 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. And, got into the drug culture, got into the fast lane, basically had some substance abuse problems, became sort of a chronic BSer, and just got into that life. Especially, during the mid and later 80s, that was fairly rampant. So I've known the guy since the 5th grade. And we were talking about how this guy, we sort of broke this guy down.
Is he the guy with no dad?
No. Well, most of them had no dad, but no. This guy came from a decent family. They had parents that were concerned. This guy won the bicycle that you win through selling the boxes of candy for the Little League drive when he was about 11, which meant it always means your folks take a couple of cases into work, pedal them around and so forth. I, on the other hand, had the folks where I returned the box. It looked like rats had gotten to it 2 weeks later, and it was $7 short, and I had chocolate on my mouth. and was then sort of roundly chastised by the coach and administration for screwing up the candy drive. This guy actually sold enough to win the Schwinn bike. And he was a decent athlete, and he was nice looking. All the girls liked him, and he was a good student and everything. Somewhere, and he was always the sort of big man on campus, brimming with confidence, always had a girlfriend, always had that little giddy up in his stride, and somewhere along 24, 25, 26, just couldn't keep it together. Part of it is not living up to where you were going when you were 15, 16.
Right.
Because when you're 15, 16, 17, there's never any money involved. You can be the coolest kid and be the poorest kid. You don't, not always the same guy, but what I mean is you can get away with it in high school because everyone's even in the sense that nobody has a job, nobody has an income, nobody drives a car, especially if you're, in junior high or something like that, and you're all sort of on the same ground. People don't know where kids come from, for the most part. You get out into the real world, you got to make some money. They know because they see you, like me, driving a Mazda pickup truck with a aluminum level dragging off the back of it, and window cranks busted off and stained deep mahogany, and they smell loser coming down the road. But this guy, I was used to kind of being a loser, but this guy never really, so he began lying. And telling people he was doing all these great and interesting and fascinating things, meanwhile doing more drugs and whatnot, and eventually contracted AIDS and died.
Wow.
And then his other brother died too.
Oh.
Yeah, imagine that. You have
both the kids?
3 sons. 2 of them die before, one dies about 19, the other one dies about 25.
What happened to the 19-year-old?
Driving a car out to like Reno with another buddy, getting loaded.
Drinking,
spin off the road. One guy lives, one guy dies. Just imagine that as a parent. It's like it's the same, not putting a curse on you or something, but 3 kids, 2 of them gone.
Horrible.
Early.
Unthinkable.
But anyway.
But it is how addiction affects people. That's the thing. And so you also got to surmise that one of the parents was an addict. And so that's...
Listen, okay. I thought you were talking about the guy who crashed off the road. But you're talking about the other thing. Yeah, maybe. Although, Jesus Christ, half my friends got into stuff. Yeah. I mean, part of it is the times. I mean, listen, the parents weren't around when cocaine was around, right? Now, all of a sudden, I graduated high school in 1982. It's 1982, 1983, 1984. Cocaine is like, pow. Yeah. It's good for you. Yeah. It's cheap. It makes you feel on top of the world. People don't know how addictive it is. People without an addictive background could still get hooked on this stuff. Maybe not as easily, but don't you think they can get hooked on it?
85% of cocaine addicts are alcoholics.
Meaning they have that gene?
Yep.
So there was some?
Yep.
Yeah. But in some cases, it skips a generation and that kind of thing. It doesn't necessarily mean your parents drank in front of you or something like that. Okay. Now, what the hell was my point?
We were talking about why it's so usual for a young male, particularly adolescent, high school age, to feel lousy about themselves.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to feel good. The kinds of things that a male uses to create an identity and feel good about himself develop later.
Yeah. All the guys I know felt real good about themselves at 16, 17, because feel real bad about themselves now.
Because that's an illusion at that age, and it doesn't create the sort of motivation guys need to persevere.
Absolutely. Justin.
Oh.
What do you do? Hang up?
You there?
Justin?
That's nice.
Thank you. Should see what I wanted to do. Justin, you're 15, and you've hung up the phone. Jeez, I've been on hold for 1 minute. 1 hour, I should say. Boy, it's getting to be the end of the week. Cindy.
Yes.
You're 23.
Yes, I am. How are you gentlemen tonight?
All right.
We're a little chatty.
A little chatty?
No, we are.
Well, that's good.
You're a little defensive.
Do what?
Okay.
No. I have a serious question for you guys. I have herpes, and I'm moving in with a new roommate.
You know what we called here on the show?
What?
The happies.
The happies? Wonderful.
Makes people feel better about it. All of a sudden, it's not so bad.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? So anyway, I'm moving in with a new roommate. And,
hold on a second. I got to make some commentary for a second. I realized in this society, one thing that people lack quite a bit.
Sense of humor.
No. I mean, yeah. They lack a sense of humor, but they lack a sort of conversational
etiquette that enables them to make sort of smooth transitions.
Yes.
You know, like you go, yeah, we call it the happies. Makes people feel better about it. Whatever. Okay, so I'm not going to go on now. Just for the sake of conversation, and just so we don't have conversations about it. Normally, you just think, okay, this guy's a dick, but you go, okay. Anyway, my problem is, and you just go on with it. But our listeners always do it. Like I'll go, it's Bob. He's 22. Yeah, I am. Anyway, it's kind of weird with the transitions, you know.
Well, they're telling you something. Passive aggressive.
Remind me to tell you a good story about Thanksgiving and a good one that my Uncle Vince told about me. All right, you writing down Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Okay. Where the hell are we doing? Cindy?
Yeah.
Oops. Damn. I'm getting old. Cindy.
Yes, I'm here.
What's happening? You know, we call it the happies.
Yes, that's funny. I've heard that before, actually.
Okay.
You know, honestly, Adam, you can be a little intimidating sometimes.
I'm sorry, baby.
And I'm not trying to put you down. I'm just.
No, I understand.
Okay.
No, you're right.
Okay.
You just made him feel good and powerful. Don't do that.
No. I realize that. You're calling in. You're a little bit nervous on the phone.
Yeah, of
You got a guy who's making fun of everybody. I understand. Okay, Cindy.
What's going on?
You know, it's something I'll get over, obviously.
What's going on?
You're lucky. I think you're good looking.
Well, yeah, you haven't seen me yet.
I know you are, though, aren't you?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess a lot of people think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Sane people?
Pardon me?
What city do you live in?
Denver.
Okay.
Why, is that bad?
I've been trying to get a chick here all night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's going on?
So, anyway, okay, here's the situation. I have heard...
Cindy immediately slipped into that sex voice.
Pardon me?
Says, I got the hair.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
Okay.
What can I say? It happens.
All right.
Cindy, what's going on?
You want it, I'll deliver. Anyway,
Well, I wonder how she got herpes.
All right, Adam.
Some DJ.
Now calm down, Adam.
Okay. What do you do for a living, Cindy?
Pardon me?
What do you do for a living?
I really not go into that.
That's right. I smell a professional here.
Well.
Totally nude or just topless?
Oh, no.
No, nothing.
I feel that I'm worth a lot more than dollar bills down my panties. Thank you.
Let's see. Hold on. Now I'm intrigued. But you use your sexuality in some way, shape, or form to make a living, right?
Oh, no.
No? Cocktail waitress?
I use my flattery in my profession, but not my...
Hold on. What part of the vagina is that? What do you do? Do you work at a restaurant or something?
I'm in retail.
Oh, retail?
Yes.
Oh, you work... Oh, what? You work at like a clothing place?
No. I sell furniture.
Yeah. Well, we should talk. I need some furniture.
Yeah? Really?
Yeah.
Like what kind?
Like a Murphy bed.
Like a what?
Murphy bed?
A Murphy bed?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's probably high-end
Is
place.
that one with holes in it so you can just have fun all night long by yourself?
For drainage.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it's sloped in the middle.
Yeah, I've heard about that one.
You guys done?
Yeah.
Cindy?
Yes.
You have a question for us?
Yes, I definitely have a question for you.
All right, go ahead.
Because I got to take my jacket off. It's getting hot in here.
Okay, so I don't think I need to reiterate this again, but I will.
All right.
I have herpes,
Yes.
and I'm moving in with a roommate.
Okay.
Okay, and you know what it basically comes down to is that I'm wondering if I'm obligated to tell her.
Obligated? Are you going to be sharing the same bathroom?
Yes, but I'm going to keep my own toiletries in my bedroom.
Do you have frequent
I'm going to keep my towels in my bedroom.
Do you have frequent outbreaks?
No, I don't. I haven't had an outbreak in 4 months.
How's the transmission from towels, Drew?
The wet towel can carry the virus.
But is that
very rare? Very rare. Very rare. But I mean, she's
But
been
to be
considerate.
safe.
Yeah, she's been considerate, and she wants to be sure. I have a tough question to answer.
How are you going to explain keeping your towels in your room?
I don't have to. I mean, I don't know. Adam, honestly, I don't feel like I have to answer to anybody. I don't want to.
Well, I don't mean somebody is going to accuse you of stealing your own towels. What I mean is they're going to see you after living with you for a few months, walking in and out with like a handful of towels, and say to you, "Why don't you just go ahead and hang it on the rack there and save yourself a trip?" You know what I'm saying?
I think it would be nice if you could tell her. Is it he or she?
It's a she.
It'd be nice if you could tell her. But I don't think you're really obliged to, and certainly is your business, and it's appropriate, and I think a must that you be careful not to create a situation where you could transmit it, but it'd be very unlikely, and it'd be a pretty easy thing to protect against.
Do you have your own toilet seat you can switch out each time?
That's not transmitted that way. Yeah.
It's not, but it can through a wet towel.
Yeah, wet towel, puddles, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. The reason...
Like on the side of a bathtub, you're sitting on the edge of a tub or something.
Oh, boy.
And you'd have to have a full-blown outbreak.
This is never going to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so don't worry
The
about it.
reason I have a real problem with it is because I know she'd freak out. I mean, she's kind of immature.
All right, well then don't tell her, because let me tell you something. People that have big immature reactions to things are just begging not to be told stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought.
Good, screw her. Don't tell her.
Okay.
Just keep your towels to
Cindy, you and
yourself.
Adam are made for each other.
Pardon me?
You and Adam are made for each other.
Yeah, I know. I was just about to ask him when we were going to get together. When are you coming to Denver? I know you were in Boulder a couple
weeks ago. Yeah.
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 We missed you.
You sure did.
Yeah.
You missed out big time.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Cindy. All right. And do you think your looks and work for you when it comes to retail, like even selling furniture?
Almost to a bad extent. I have some guys that get a little obsessed and peer in the windows and see if I'm there, and
Really?
it's kind of scary.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not that good looking, you know.
Oh, no, I've seen you, baby. I've seen you on TV.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of makeup and a hairpiece.
Yeah.
And a codpiece as well. True. I don't know if you're aware of that. I'm going to wear a codpiece.
What's a codpiece?
It's the thing dancers wear in their tights, male dancers, to sort of fill out the package.
Ah, I see.
You know how when you see the male, like the nutcracker, and you don't see the guys, the ring of the foreskin or the nutsack hanging over there. And dancers figured out very quickly. Although I saw a guy wearing the cycling shorts crossing Beverly Boulevard the other day with just his penis is now indelibly etched into my mind. I thought to myself, I can see your penis at 115 yards, you jackass. Put some goddamn underwear on.
Codpiece?
Yeah, codpiece.
Where'd that name come from, I wonder?
I think in the old days they would actually just shove a cod down their shorts. I don't know. Look up cod. Oh, for Christ's sake, there's a party going on over there. Go look up codpiece. Sherry knows. Dancers wear it, male dancers. That's why they all have such a uniform package. That's why you never say, "Oh, that Baryshnikov, he's hung," or that other guy, he should be ashamed of himself. You're looking it up, Drew?
We know the origin right in here.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah.
What is it? Oh, swings.
It started in Crete or one of the oldest civilizations, because they've got statuettes and little figurines of guys wearing cod pieces, and they would have them. It would be like a whole cod piece, and then they'd have like even really long kind of tails on them and stuff.
That was the merkin.
I don't know.
The merkin is the fake pubic hair you slap on underneath the codpiece.
Right.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Who knows more trivia about the groin than Adam Carolla? Drew, you still looking up the codpiece?
Codpiece. A flap or bag concealing an opening in the front of men's breeches, especially in the 15th and 16th centuries.
Yeah, because back then you wore tights everywhere, and you didn't have jock straps or underwear, and you just couldn't afford to have the royal jewels hanging out of the tights that way.
A bag concealing an opening in the front.
Well, now it's more like a cup or something that dancers. Don't you ever look at the groin of the guys who are dancing?
No.
Oh, please. Ann never even sees a guy's face. She's so fixated on the groin.
All right.
It's very uniform.
I'm gonna take control of the show.
Oh, you are?
We are all over the place.
It's too late.
We're gonna go to break, and we're coming back, and you're gonna tell us about Uncle Lou and Thanksgiving. Vince.
Okay.
Vince.
Fine. He's LoveLine. Adam Carolla, Dr. D. Phone number for LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. All right, my sad but true and sort of uneventful Thanksgiving story. It's not it's a true story, and there's no... I didn't want to call it a true story because that makes it sound like it's going to be more important than it is. It was just a funny scene, and it may have been one of those you had to be there kind of scenes, but I'll see if I can do it some justice. I'm sitting over at Uncle Vince and Aunt Pat's house, who turn out to be Cousin Vince and Cousin Pat, even though I think they should be my uncle because he's 65. It turns out to be a cousin.
It's got to be on your mom's side of the family.
No, Dad.
Huh?
Vince Bruno is an Italian guy from the Philadelphia neighborhood.
Your mom's family tree is the one that's so confusing.
Yeah,
kind of circles back a couple times.
She doesn't really know her. Yeah, there's roots growing into like knot holes.
Right.
And stuff. You gotta work that into a joke somehow. Your family tree's so screwed up, you got a root grown into a knot hole, son. Anyway, so I'm over there, and I've known these people since I was a lad, and they're glad to see that I'm having some success now. And you see them once a year, so they've caught the show or read an article or something, and they're nice and happy that
these are the ones that ask whose show it is.
Been some success. No, that's like Uncle Ralph out in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Me and Connie, we don't approve of the show, but Connie wants to know whose show is that? Is that your show or Drew's show? Okay, there's a lot of sophistication there. But anyway, and don't sidetrack me anymore. So Vince, Uncle Vince says to me, we're all sitting around the Thanksgiving table, you know, Adam, I knew you had it in you. He's kind of in his own way saying it's nice that you've made something of yourself. I remember. And I don't know if your dad told you this story. I just told your dad. If you told him, Jim, naturally my dad sits there. There's like a stump, a petrified piece of wood. No. Oh, okay. Well, let me tell you this story. And he's sort of alluding to this is how we knew greatness was afoot. You know, when we were, you must have been 8 or 9 years old, and we were playing football in the front yard, and. You caught the ball and you're running for a touchdown, and you really had to look like you were determined. And anyway, pass the stuffing, and it was like completely faded out. It started off, and it's something I've never had in my life, which is we knew you were destined for greatness when story. The kind of story everyone really waits their whole life for. Somebody to sit them down and explain to them about how they saw that sparkle, that eye of the tiger, that greatness coming through. Even at the tender age of 8 years old, and it was like going that way. And I think Uncle Vince was waiting for my dad to jump in, but my dad didn't jump in, and then he just kind of became disinterested about halfway into it, and it just kind of fizzled down to the bottom. And I was thinking of jumping in and finishing myself, talking about the kind of determination and stick-to-itness, but I decided to let it die.
It sounds like one of those sort of screen memories that when you actually articulate it, turns out to be nothing. It's like trying to describe a dream.
It would have,
if you were there, yeah, but if you're not there, it really didn't mean anything.
It would have been a very funny scene for a movie if somebody's basically stands up, sort of making a toast and about to explain how greatness was guaranteed, and then just sort of loses a little momentum and moves on with the festivities. But it's funny that he brought it up in the first place. He just didn't really feel like finishing it off. Well, maybe I should get a little further along, and then he could finish that off. Wait, what? Going to this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, Kristalina.
Kristalina.
I mean Kristalina.
Orale, what's happening?
Hey Holmes, what's up?
How are you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Good.
You're 19. What's your question?
Yeah, I have a man and
He smokes a little pot too.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
What?
Do you smoke a little pot?
Yeah.
Most days?
Try for every day, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How did I know that?
Nah,
I can see that it changes people so substantially. I can see it a mile away. I can see it a mile away.
I got caught up in like the accent, the orderly.
I can see it through any
no, it hasn't changed me.
Yeah, well, it has.
Okay.
It has. How did I know it? How did I know it the moment you open your mouth?
Psychic?
No.
Uh-oh.
I'm not psychic. I deal with lots of human beings, and the patterns are reproducible person to person.
Yeah, but you gotta give her credit for coming up with the psychic line, because most times when you approach a stoner and go, how did I know? You give them like a little brain teaser. They go. All right, so you smoke a lot of pot.
What's your question?
Okay. My man likes to go down on me, but can I get a disease or anything
If he's got one to give you,
from a mouse?
absolutely.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Most
Is there anything like I can use or anything to prevent it?
a dental dam, which is basically a sheet of latex that he would just lie across there. Herpes is a good one you can get even if he hasn't contracted the herpes sexually. I mean, you know people get cold sores around their mouth frequently? That's herpes, and if one of those is coming out when he does this to you, he will transmit herpes down there.
Why, do you suspect that he has some problems?
I don't.
No, okay.
I mean, we use protection all the time and everything, and this has just been a thought on the top of my mind and everything.
Well, if he's not at risk and if he doesn't have any other partners, then you're fine. But if to be perfectly...
So I don't know. He must like it.
So you don't give him sex that often?
No.
Yeah. You're kind of a prude. I can see that.
No.
No, you're not. You just don't enjoy sex?
No, I do.
You do?
But
why don't you give him more sex?
I don't think he's the one.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
So you just let him go down on you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, if you went out on a date with a guy and he was a little rude, a little abusive, a little arrogant.
I mean, I'm, like, real concerned about pregnancy, and I mean, I just know he's not the one, so that kind of has a little bit to do with it.
Right. You go down on him?
Hell no.
Oh, boy. He's like a 4.5. No guy who is as good looking as you are looking, even if you're 5, would take that kind of abuse. He's kind of ugly, right?
No, actually, he's very attractive.
Oh, really?
Long hair. Very sexy.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
I'm a supervisor.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Of what?
Yeah, who could you possibly supervise?
Well, actually, a lot of older people than me.
What do you supervise?
It's a wire industry, like for Hewlett Packard, IBM. We like produce the wires and stuff like that. You know, like the crimping and the.
Oh, okay.
All
right.
It's a
factory.
Yeah.
It's a big, like a big house where people work.
Yeah.
There's a lot of noise.
Crimping machines.
Yeah. All right. That's a factory. Now, here's the thing about marijuana, though. She's there's a very laissez-faire attitude about life, and you see, this is why I endorse marijuana.
Right.
Because people go out and get drunk. They go out and raise havoc.
That Prodigy video, for instance.
Right.
There's
a good example.
If that person had not been drinking.
No, see, if that Prodigy video that a lot of you haven't seen, but that Drew and I saw tonight, if in the beginning scene the guy had a bong load instead of a couple of shots of vodka,
that would have been the end of the video.
The rest of the video would have been him watching the video. All right. Tickled Drew. What do you know, Derek?
Hi, yes, long-time listener, first-time caller.
You're 23?
That's right. I'd just like to say, Drew, I think you give some good advice. Adam, what can I say? I think you're a modern-day blue-collar, working-class hero for the rest of us. My question
is... sort of like the male Evita.
Absolutely. You're a hero to us all, Adam.
Don't cry for me, North Hollywood, Pasadena. You're supposed to be immortal. That's all they wanted. How much you ask for? I only know that Evita because I saw the commercial. It was playing at like the Schubert, and they just ran that commercial at nauseum when I was 9. You remember that, Drew?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Derek.
Oh, that's okay. 2 quick questions. Adam, when did you realize you had comedic talent? I know you talk a lot about doing carpentry work and cleaning rugs and whatnot, but what steps did you take to be a success?
I always had a good sense of humor, or at least I always liked to make jokes and sort of be the cut-up of the class and that kind of thing. The problem is I was told when I was popping off in class, shut up, be quiet, you're disturbing the class, your outbursts are disruptive, so on and so forth. So I didn't
even though I knew I had a sense of humor, it was more of a liability than it was a virtue. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really think I could make a living popping off, considering every time I popped off, somebody told me to shut up, which is, by the way, why the faculty of North Hollywood High and Walter Reed Junior High can kiss my hairy, fistula-laden ass right now, because I make 5 times as much money as all of you, and I do nothing but pop off for a living. So apparently there is a way to do this.
You don't strike me as somebody that would like yell out in the middle of a class or something. I mean,
I was like I was a bit of a goof off. Yeah. So anyway, I was a goof off, and then I got yelled at, and then I come from the kind of background, family-wise, that wasn't real supportive in any endeavors, and so when it came, nobody, in other words, pulled me aside at 18 or 19 and said, "Ooh, hey, you really got something going here. You should pursue it." Just nobody pulled me aside for anything. I just got out of high school. I had piss poor grades, D-, and I started cleaning carpets, and then I moved out of the house, and then I started carpentry. But at some point, I realized, hey, this would suck to do my whole life. So I just started training in comedy, Groundlings, Acme Theater, and that kind of thing. But it wasn't as if somebody told me early on, you know, this is something you can do, or I had some kind of epiphany or something. But just a slow, drawn-out process, mainly because I knew I had to do something, and I'd tried my hand, more than tried my hand at the physical stuff, at least 12 years of that, and realized that I hated it.
Right.
Especially now that I look back on it, I realized I was horribly tortured because my mind sort of worked, and I was working in an industry that really, that was a detriment, because it was all about doing very difficult, repetitious actions.
But I mean, it seems to me that your humor comes from your middle class and your experience working with that type of humor. Because I've been around people like that, and they somewhat express themselves, I think, better than people who are, I think, more articulate.
Well, yeah, they do, because they do stuff like I would work with guys who would, if you were sitting down on a pile of drywall and they were walking by, they would fart on you as they walked by, or they would time it so they would fart on you. I told you the guy stained my truck with a walnut stain every day. The other good one was I used to have like a kill switch in my truck, hidden, like a toggle switch, like up underneath the steering column somewhere, like down, like where your hood latch is. These guys would smear joint compound on that just about every day, and every day when I would reach down fishing around for this, I would get a handful of this joint compound. A lot of nailing the tool bags to the wooden floor, so when you try to pick it up after lunch, you couldn't get it off the floor. A lot of taking the joint compound and filling the rear pouch of the bag with joint compound, and then asking you for a tool that you kept in that rear area, in which case you would just reach blindly into the back pouch and get another handful of, a construction adhesive or joint compound. So a lot of that kind of, yes, those guys, blue-collar people have the best sense of humor. They can't really write it down, or it has to sort of come in the moment.
Sort of the Fred Flintstone humor, though.
Yeah, a lot of fart humor. But anyway.
Oh, yeah, well, I'd just like to wish you all the best. You're inspiration to us all. But another question for Dr. Drew. I seem to be attracted to big-breasted women. I know Adam talks about that a lot, big chesty women. I just want to know what the significance of that is, where that comes from.
Should we answer it now, or should we wait till next?
We got to go to break, but when we come back, Derek, we will explain the genius behind pursuing a large bust. Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks, Mike. Thank God Mike's here to point. All right. But thank God we don't attempt to do a show. If we did, then this would stand out. All right. What the hell are we talking about, Joe? Phone number.
Derek.
Huh? Oh.
Forget the phone.
Line 1. Okay. So LoveLine. Derek.
Yes.
All right, so you're 23.
That's right.
There's all attracted to... Oh, yes. So you want to know why you're attracted to big-breasted women.
That's right.
I, too, would like to know the answer to this. I certainly am, and have seemed to have been fixated on the breast for as long as I can remember.
Well, I am
As
no.
a matter of fact, like I'm so fixated on breasts that objects that are big and sort of spherical actually turn into breasts. Like, you know, in cartoons when the guy gets trapped on the island and his buddy looks like a pork chop because he's so hungry.
Yes.
Like when Ann walks in here.
Yes.
It just looks like one big breast.
Really?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
I am certainly no expert in this area, but let me just say that there are probably a few issues. One is, of course, that is a primitive area that every human receives some gratification from. And to the extent that our sexuality is an expression of a lot of primitive feelings and emotions and instincts, there's obviously some attachment to that.
See, to me it means, here's what I think.
Well, let me finish.
More of a woman.
But, well...
More woman. Think about that for a second.
But it tends to have an aggressive quality to it, in the male, and because it's usually sort of a way of managing aggression, and it has it has a fetishistic quality to it, and the fetish is usually something that allows you or causes you to function sexually. It's something I would bet that you actually need that in order to function sexually.
To jumpstart myself sexually.
Well, what would happen to you if somebody had zero
breasts?
Could you
would they date a guy?
Would you be okay?
Oh,
No, wait, let me ask Adam. Putting him on the spot.
Would I be all right dating a woman that was flat-chested?
Could you function sexually?
I could function sexually on a melon. You're kidding?
Well, I mean, think about it, though.
Oh, yeah. I've had girlfriends that have had small chests.
Because some guys, if it's really a fetish, then guys can't even function that way.
No, I function. I just have to picture a huge set of cans. No, I have had girlfriends that were not large-chested. I've never had someone who was like flat, like sort of abnormally or sort of, you know, in a masculine way or something. But I've certainly gone out with a woman or two who did not have a large breast. Most women don't. Especially if they have a nice figure, it tends to sort of keep in step. If they have, you know, nice rear end, nice legs, they don't tend to have the huge gaping breasts. And
gaping,
heaving. I'm sorry. The point is I've dated that, and it's you know, it's an obstacle. We work around it.
So there is that quality to it. It is a, you know, the fact that it's sort of this oral thing from something way back, and it is to have a fetishistic quality. That tends to be sort of ways of managing old feelings of overwhelming concerns of being annihilated and being aggressed upon or against, and that sort of thing. It's old feelings.
See, to me, now I know this is going to sound overly simplistic, but I love a breast. Let's say. Let's put it this way. I'll put it this way, Drew.
Yes.
I like pie, right?
Yes.
Now, what's better than one nice thin slice of pie? What would be better than that?
A big slice of pie.
A big slice of pie. And what would be even better than that?
Huge slice of pie.
That's right. And that's what it is. To me, looking for, see, I want to see I want the person I'm attracted to physically to look as different from me naked as possible.
Yeah.
The flatter the chested you are, the closer you resemble a teenage boy, the less attracted I am. The more of what you got that I don't got, the more interesting it is to me. The more directions things can be moving during the sexual act, the better. You know what I'm saying, Drew?
No.
All of a sudden it makes sense when I give the pie analogy, doesn't it? Randy.
Yes.
You're 19.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. I didn't smoke any marijuana my entire life till about 2 years ago, and then I just kind of fell in with the wrong crowd, you know, and smoked a lot of it for a good year, and then for the last year it's been kind of a cycle of I'll quit, and then a couple months go by, and you know somebody comes by with some really good stuff, and it's just get right back into it over and over again, the cycle. I was just wondering, you know, how do you get out of something like that?
It's an addiction like any other substance addiction, and if you really are interested in getting over it, there was Marijuana Anonymous, and marijuana is, unfortunately, people don't want to discuss this or acknowledge it, but can be a profoundly addictive substance for some people. And when you cannot stop, that's what addiction is. It's not being able to stop in spite of wanting to badly, and developing accumulation of consequences as a result of your relationship with substance.
Here's an interesting way of putting it, Drew, as I was thinking about this. Maybe it's not an addictive substance. Maybe it's an addictive activity, such as, I was thinking about this. I could not go 3 days without watching TV. I couldn't. I don't think I could.
Why?
Because I'd come home, I'll come home tonight after the show. I would sit on the sofa, I would pick up a book, and then I would start grinding my teeth, and I would start thinking about who the hell won that football game that was on tonight, and I would go nuts, and I'd want to see the score, and I'd turn the thing on.
Well, I do make a distinction between addiction and addictive behaviors. And to me, addiction is a pure biological process. It's the activation of the dopamine system and the nucleus accumbens, and a conditioning of that region of the brain has been well established exactly what it is. And in fact, every chemical that causes addiction has a final common pathway of activation through that mesolimbic reward system, period.
Right.
But there are behaviors that sort of engender addiction, and they usually are avoidant or escape behaviors. If you have affect or feelings you can't deal with, and you need to get away from them, you'll start pursuing things. And if you have a biology that is particularly rewarded by certain chemicals, those are the chemicals that work best.
All right, so Randy hasn't been at it that long, though, Drew, and he didn't do it before then.
But when he started, boom.
All right, well, part of the thing you can do is not hang out with the guys who get the good stuff when it comes through town. That's exactly how I am with the weed. I won't think about it, and I'll go weeks, months, and she's almost said years without it. But then, lo and behold, here comes the wheeze, and he's got himself a little connection, and look out.
Sophia?
Yeah?
You're 31?
I am. I want to say real quick about the ladies who answer the phone are really great. And I wonder if sometimes they could sit in when one of you guys are gone.
We have suggested that in the past.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
You've answered that.
But it hasn't happened. Yeah, we've said, remember when you were out of town, I wanted to have Ann and Mike, and
Right.
remember?
That's very dangerous, because when you find out that anybody can do your job, Drew.
Oh, you were the one that put the
it means you may be out of a job. Yeah.
I thought
Okay,
it
well,
was the
they're doing their
administration.
job good.
Right.
Yeah.
And I can't answer the phone, so that means I'd really be out.
Yeah, and you guys could also get Mahalo T-shirts at Mahalo Airlines.
Mahalo Airlines? There's Aloha Airlines.
Yeah, Mahalo also is an inter-island.
Well, here we go.
Oh, there is.
I didn't know about that.
T-shirts, all kinds of stuff.
It's a small commuter. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
is
they
there,
have it on Maui.
Hold
and
on.
They go,
Aren't all airlines commuter airlines?
But
People commute on them.
Yeah, non-hub airlines.
Oh, I see.
It's really cheap. It's like $35 one way.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
What's going on there?
Okay. Yeah, I have my partner is making these calls to 1-900 line, and I'm wondering if we have finally started talking about it, and I'm wondering if there's a place where you can call, or you have some meetings, or
Yeah, I mean, if he really is a sexual compulsive, SA. Just like
yeah. Oh,
AA.
really? I
Yeah.
called.
F and A. Is a good
Call
the
AA.
joke really works. We can say the F word.
I know. Call
F-ing
AA
A, you see.
and ask if there's a referral to SA.
Okay.
And that's an organization that deals with this kind of thing.
I think would be more effective, cheaper, and faster is
put electric
current
through the phone.
No, have leave some. Here's what you do. You make up some sort of flyer, hot Asian broads, 1-900, 50 cents an hour or something so tantalizing he can't resist. Leave it around the house. Don't make it obvious, but he'll find it. Have that number go straight through to his mom, and just have him have her just well on. Yeah, honey, this is disgusting what you're doing. Hold on. Danny's on the phone. He's called sexed up again. And don't you think that would do it for him, Drew? Don't you think one, good, scared straight, one good shocking experience that way would be enough?
Maybe just a tape of you describing this will be enough.
Thank you, Drew. John. Alrighty. LoveLine. Should we get out that fax number, Drew?
Nope.
No. You ready to go?
Just get out, period.
Did you back your car into the spot?
No.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh. Yeah. You going to go home at a very leisurely clip?
No.
You know, it's cool when Drew passes me on the freeway. We drive the same way home each night.
You like that?
And sometimes I get a little lead on you because I don't wait like a fool for the arrow.
Right.
Because Culver City, actually I think Culver is Spanish for arrow, isn't it?
Left turn arrow.
Left turn arrow.
Yes.
Useless arrow. It's Culver. Look that up on the internet, Engineer Mike. It must have been, I think, General Culver in the Spanish-American War, but I think that means arrow in Spanish. Anyway, this dump known as Culver City is one big effing arrow, and basically what you do when you leave the studio at night is you wait to be carjacked out on Venice Boulevard while you're sitting at a red arrow while the light is green, and you cannot see a set of headlights for as far as the eye can see.
Right.
That's the beauty of this town. So anyway, I do get the scoop on Drew, but he flies past me on the 10. Opera music blaring, 10 and 2 on the wheel, and a look of love and determination on his face all at once. All right, next week, John Hyatt, my idol's coming in. The reason I got into radio is to not only meet chicks and make money, but meet John Hyatt. Oh, and David Arquette, which is one of the reasons I thought about not going into radio. But no. David Arquette is nut.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed herein are certainly opinions, that's for sure. If you'd like a written transcript of today's program, you probably should have written it down yourself. And if you did, we'd like a copy. LoveLine producer Ann Wilkins.
This broadcast was copyright 1997 Westwood One Entertainment. This music is MXPX on Tooth and Nail Records.
Sit, Obo. Obo, stop dragging your butt across the carpet.